Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of Cinderella Phenomenon. So, we are finally on to WALTZ'S route. I'm so excited. This is the last one. Ah! And this is the one that I've been looking forward to the most because it is the Neverland curse, as we have seen in uh, the previous one, Fritz's route. So before we jump in, if you haven't already, please subscribe. That would mean the whole world to me. And after this video, if you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up down below as well. Alright, so I already went to the first choice, which is to go right as you're being chased in the beginning. So, hey, this way! You're... No time to talk, princess. How do you know who I am? There's another one! Stop running, you two! Come on! The boy grabs my wrist and pulls me after him. He takes off with a sudden burst of speed, and then I am running even faster than I just was. I'm not entirely convinced following him is a good idea, but at least the boy seems to have a better sense of direction than me. Oh! Our running causes rocks in the pathway to come loose, and before I notice them in my path, I step down hard on them. A sharp pain shoots into my foot, and I collapse to the ground. It hurts! Princess! I try to stand, but the pain in my feet is unbearable. I fall back down into the dirt with a gasp. Oh, so dramatic. I can't. We've got you now. Just hand over your coins and neither of you will get hurt. I won't let you touch her. Ha! Says the little boy. Well, well, well. What is this ghastly sight before me? Two adults threatening a child and a lady. How very ungentlemanly. What are the likes of you even doing around this neighborhood? You asking to get fleeced? Asking? Perhaps I'm in the mood for a scuffle. The nobleman brandishes his sword, his expression confident, maybe even cocky. Show me what you've got, sirs. And please, don't bore me. Who are these people? I ain't dealing with this for the money. He's got a sword. What? Come back here, you coward! The two of us could take him. I think your friend has the right idea. I'm not the type to show mercy. This is way too much trouble for a little gold. You're late. Sorry, kid. You know how hard it is for me to be invisible around here. Wait, what did you just call me? At ease, small one. These two know each other? I don't even know what's going on anymore. I feel ill. My head is pounding and my feet feel simultaneously like they are frozen and on fire. My stomach rumbles, the hunger coming back with vengeance. My body feels light. Hey, princess! Princess! Calm down. Parfait will be able to help her. But for now, we need to move before anyone else sees us. Yeah. Don't worry, you're safe now. Everything is fading. A dream? Or what is that in your hands, Melody? It was hurt. I just wanted to help it, but it died. It's all my fault. It is not your fault, my love. It died because it was weak. But this is the world, Melody. Only the strong survive. The weak get cast aside to die. You are not weak. You are you are strong, my crown princess, and you do not cry. Now wipe your tears. I don't want to see you cry again, do you understand? Yes. Now get rid of that thing and wash your hands. Did you not hear me, child? Yes, mother. Oh, you're awake. Where am I? Well, this isn't my room. My hand flies to my chest where the little glass slipper hangs from my neck. Still here. Are you okay, miss? This girl is the maid that tore Dolores' dress, the one I fired for her clumsiness. Miss, to think that I would meet her here again like this. Leave me alone. Right, of course. Here's some salve I made for you. It'll help with the pain. Now what? Haven't thought at all, have you, Ice Princess? You! Suddenly there she is. Dolores stands before me with a snide smile, looking happy with herself. She is the cause of everything I have been through. All the pain, heartache, and hunger. It is her fault. I try to stand, thinking to give the witch a piece of my mind, but as soon as my feet touch the floor, pain shoots up my legs. I end up falling back to the bed. Ow! You should be more grateful to the girl you just scared away. She's been taking care of you for the past 2 days. 2 days? I've been passed out for 2 days? I am suddenly vibrating with anger. Remove the curse. Now! Huh. Do you think you could just command me to remove the curse in your best princess voice? What do you want? Gold? What I want is worth more than all the gold you could summon in Angel, princess. Besides, haven't you read your fairy tales? The caster cannot take the curse back. You need to focus on breaking the curse yourself if you want your life back. Mother burned the books before I could read more than 1 or 2 of them. I do not think either involved curses, just genies and trading away your voice for legs. It's good that you're awake, princess. Parfait, should you really be up and about? Don't fuss, I'm feeling much better. Are you a witch as well? Oh no, my name is Parfait and I'm a fairy. A witch and a fairy in one room, being friendly with one another. Impossible. Oh, look at her face. You weren't expecting that at all, were you, princess? Oh my god. My cat. What are you doing, Bucky? I was moving my legs. And you decided to play with something and got smacked in the face. What are you doing? What are you playing with? My blanket? Silly boy. What is going on? I'm sure you have many questions, princess. How do you know I am the princess? Don't be silly. She's a fairy. Of course she knows. I promise we'll do our best to answer your questions. I don't even know where to start. Alright, well, we've already been through all this. I don't have any questions. 3 good deeds, and I get my life back. Easier said than done. You said Cinderella, didn't you? Didn't she just go to a ball and find a prince? What does doing good have to do with that? Going to a ball, finding a prince. It's all so old-fashioned. No fun in that. Cinderella is a girl with a pure heart. She's always willing to help others, even when they are cruel to her. Anyway, I have brought some clothes for you. I'll leave them on the table. We'll be waiting outside. There are some people I'd like you to meet. I cannot believe this! My cat is playing with my blanket down by my feet. He's so cute! I look down at my neatly bandaged feet. I have to admit that, while sore, they were nowhere near as painful as they had been 2 days before. Here's some salves I made for you. It'll help with the pain. Well, why would she even care? I was the reason she lost her job in the palace. Oh, she probably doesn't remember me as the princess. But still, she has no reason to do such things for me. I ignore the salve for the time being and gingerly stand up, testing my feet for pain. The injury is definitely healing. I slowly walk over to the table and change into the clothes that have been left there. The dress is nowhere near as luxurious as the ones that I wear in the palace, but still it is far improved from my rags. All my life I've never had to lift a finger, and now I will not let them see how much they have rattled me. I refuse to break. Just watch me. I will free myself from this curse. What is this place? There are several people in the room chatting amiably with each other. I noticed the girl that had left me the cell by the corner serving drinks. Or counter, sorry. But as soon as the people in the room notice me, the room falls into immediate silence. Well, look at what we have here, the Ice Princess herself. Huh? They know who I am. I didn't think it was true. Cursed for her cold-heartedness. As to be expected. You remember who I am, and yet you still treat me like this. Well, you aren't really a princess anymore, are you? You're one of us now, girl. Everyone, please! You shouldn't be treating a newcomer like this. Princess, let me apologize. They mean no offense. I cannot believe that. Not when the people Parfait is referring to simply smirk and shrug as I meet their gazes. What is this place? Welcome to the Marchand Tavern, a home for those with the fairy tale curse. You make us sound like some kind of holiday house. Don't ruin my moment, Delora. Marchand Tavern? The Marchand was built 3 years ago, when the number of cursed and Angel continued to rise. The goal is to gather those affected so they might help each other break their curse. Of course, I am also here to provide help as necessary. Only the cursed and those allied with our cause can stay here. The evil and the wicked can never find this place. Most of the people here are cursed. How come these people remember who I am? The cursed are not affected by the conditions of someone else's curse. Your condition is simple. Everyone has forgotten you are the crown princess. But because these people here are cursed, they still remember your title. It goes without saying that fairies and witches are also not affected. Come, princess, let me introduce you to the few boarders we have at the Marchand. Parfait beckons the serving girl over. This is Anise. She helps out in the Marchand and does most of the cooking. I'm sure you understand why she's working here now. I believe she deserves an apology. Miss Delora, what are you talking about? Don't you worry your sweet little head over it. You don't remember what this Ice Princess did to you. Huh? I have nothing to apologize for. Clumsiness does not befit a palace maid. Sorry. I only did what was necessary. Well, it's nice to meet you, Princess. I'm Anise Willow. I hope we get along. Really? This is how you're going to start doing good? I don't believe I asked for your opinion. Please, you two, no fighting. I hold my tongue as Parfait leads me to two people whose faces are incredibly familiar. They are faces I have seen in the palace before. This is Jurien Valiente and Garland Berlot. How did you know? Both of you were in the Order of Caldera. That's right. They were two of Sir Alcaster's best knights. It was a big surprise when they both left a year ago. I only found out recently that it was because they acted against Sir Alcaster's orders. They were stripped of their titles and dishonorably discharged from service. What are you two doing here? We help with the fairies. They and Anise are exceptions, and are allowed in this tavern without the curse. Jurian and Garland lend us their strength to help protect the margin. Protect? From the witches. They do anything to make sure their curses remain unbroken. And what about you? I am an exception. Also, I'm good. You keep forgetting the good part. Remember, not all witches are evil. Your curse is a test. A test? Originally, the wicked were cursed so they could learn to change. Their curses were meant to teach them a lesson. I'm hoping your curse will teach you a lesson too, Ice Princess. I really am only trying to help you. I don't need you to show me how to change. I just want my life back. Well, to do that, you'll have to break your curse. Try and make some friends, Princess. They might be able to help you break your curse. Oh, I'd love to hang around and watch the princess try to be friendly. We have work to do, Delora. Fine. Try not to make any more enemies, Princess. The instant Parfait and Delora leave the room, the temperature drops several degrees. Now that I am alone, I feel the cold stares return. Disgust. Contempt. As if I'm the reason that they are cursed and have to take refuge in the margin in the first place. Make friends? All I've ever had are my dolls. I've never needed friends. I will break this curse on my own. I was told it was rude to stare. One man suddenly stands up, the anger apparent on his face. His hands clench and unclench into fists as he glares at me pointedly. Jurian and Garland place themselves in front of me, shielding me from the man. You know the rules. What happened in the past stays in the past. No one is allowed to harm anyone else here in the margin. If you cannot comply, you are no longer welcome here. No matter, the Ice Princess will get what's coming to her. He throws one last glare my way before sitting down again. Break the rules and you'll get what's coming to you. That goes for everyone here. Jurian's tone is cold and firm. There is no doubt that she means what she says. So these are the great knights of the Order of Caldera. The margin begins to settle down and everyone eventually goes back to their conversations and meals. I walk towards an empty table, realizing that I am being deliberately ignored. I become immersed in my own thoughts as I sit down. One thought, however, comes to me immediately. They hate me. They hate me somehow, when I've only ever left the palace twice in my life. How did this happen? The only people who treated me with any respect were Anise, Jurian, and Garland. Is it because they cannot remember who I am? Maybe being in the margin is not such a good idea. I doubt anyone here wants to help me break my curse. They'd probably rather see me suffer under its weight. 3 good deeds? How am I supposed to complete 3 good deeds? Or 3 when I do not know if I can even accomplish 1? But may I join you? I look up and stare in shock at the beautiful lady from the toy shop. Her beauty still manages to take my breath away. What is she doing here? You were in the toy shop. Ah, yes, I was there picking up some items for a friend. I am humbled you still remember me. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Miss Karma. Your name is Karma? A suitable name for someone as beautiful as me, no? Karma, your narcissism is going to scare the princess away. Oh, you are that magician boy. Boy? Oh, how appropriate. Boy. Call me that one more time and I'll ruin that pretty face of yours. You wouldn't hit a lady, or you would hit a lady? How savage. Anyways, I'm Waltz Cresswell. I have the Neverland curse. What about you, princess? What's your fairy tale curse? Does everyone share what their curse is? We talk about it freely in the margin. The whole point is helping each other break our curses, after all. Hard to do that if we keep our fairy tales quiet. He pauses, then narrows his eyes slightly. Well, some people keep their fairy tales a secret. He eyes Karma briefly, cocking an eyebrow. The smile never leaves Karma's face. Has anyone managed to break their curse? I've been told a few have. A few? That's not very reassuring. Well, at least the curses can be broken. I cannot particularly say that reassures me either. What ails you, darling? Is it your curse? You can talk to us about it. Tell us what it is. Cinderella. Oh, goodness, Cinderella. That explains the nature of your curse. Only it's been revised, hasn't it? Or reversed, hasn't it? Riches to rags. That's one way of putting it. Karma, you're not helping. You really are better off ignoring him, Princess. He mostly speaks nonsense. He? Princess? Parfait's voice takes me by surprise. I hadn't even noticed her entering the room again. May I speak with you? I'd like you to meet someone, though I'm sure you already know him quite well. Rod! So you really are cursed. I was the one that gave Sebi to Rod so that he had some way to voice his opinions. Sebi? Short for Sebastian. Cute, isn't it? It's nice to meet you, Princess. Sebi's voice changes when it greets me. The tone it uses is lower whenever it speaks for Rod. Perhaps that is what Rod's voice actually sounds like? Wait, if he remembers me, does that mean... The mermaid's curse. What? That is my curse. Rod has been mute all this time because he is cursed? Does everyone else know? Obviously, they are my family. Even the king? He knows as well. So, am I the only one you've never told? I didn't think you'd particularly care either way. He is not wrong. Yet I cannot believe I did not know. I was left out once again. What are you doing here? I have been trying to help Rod with his curse. That is why he comes to the march-in from time to time. But I don't even want... Anyway, I only came here today to confirm that you were truly cursed. I wanted to see it with my own eyes. It was a big surprise when I woke up one day and you weren't in the palace. An even bigger surprise when I found out no one remembered you. It's been days since I was cursed, I wonder. How are things in the palace? Livelier, happier. Happier? I've never seen my family happier than they are now. I'd say it's a good thing you aren't a princess anymore. I'd always thought Rod didn't really care about me regardless, but is this the truth? So is this how you truly feel? So I have to be cursed for you to open up about how you truly feel? The only reason I didn't say anything earlier was because Melanie didn't want me to. I'm happier too, now that you're gone. I don't have to pretend to like you anymore. I'm going to return to the palace now. I'm gone and they're all happier. Your very existence has been erased in the palace. They've never known you. That doesn't mean they're happy without you. Even the king. What did I expect? Why did you bring me here? The people in the march-in, they... I shouldn't have left you alone in there. I'm sorry. You knew how they felt about me. What have I ever done to them? Now isn't the right time to explain. When will it ever be the right time? So many things have already happened to you. I need you to be patient, Melody. Has the prince already left? Yes, he has. Princess, we'll talk about this later. For now, you must focus on breaking your curse. Did I miss something? No. Right. Maybe the fairy is right. I don't think I'm ready to find out how I made so many people hate me. Well, Parfait, I think it's time we get down to business. What should we do with her? What are you talking about now? You, of course. You've got nowhere to go, right? She is right. I think back to the days I spent on the street and shiver. I will do anything, so long as I don't have to go back there. The princess can stay at the Marchen with me and the rest of my boarders. I'd almost forgotten what hope felt like. But you'll have to work in exchange for a room. I celebrated too soon. What? Magic has its limitations, just like anything else. Money doesn't appear out of thin air, not even for a fairy. The Marchen doesn't attract many customers since only the cursed and a few others can enter. I sell my potions here and there, but I have several hungry mouths to feed and my funds are tight. I thought fairies lived in luxury. Parfait, are you broke? Oh, that's rude. Ouch, even the Ice Princess could tell. And yet you still take people in. That's always been how Parfait operates. She's good-natured to a fault. I'm told suffocating beneath my debt will be what kills me. Why don't you just leave? I assume you make enough to take care of yourself. Leave someone who's in need of help? I could never. And that, princess, is how goodness works. How goodness works? It's not as if I accept freeloaders. All of my boarders help me run the Marchen and do errands. The princess has never worked a day in her life. I doubt she'll be useful. If karma can be useful, anyone can. I have yet to see karma be anything but useless. Princess, you're more than welcome to stay if you're willing to help out. It's the least you could do in exchange for a roof over your head and 3 meals a day. Oh, and shoes. Do I even have a choice? I toss and turn in bed, unable to fall asleep. The mattress is hard and the sheets are itchy, nothing at all like the bed I had in the palace. What I would give for my old bed again, for any of the comforts of home. I miss my dolls. Lady Parfait! Lady Parfait! I sit up immediately. What is going on? I leave my room to investigate. Some of the other Marchen boarders, Waltz, Jurian, and Garland, are sitting on the settee, looking anxious. What's happening? Sorry, did we wake you? No, but the noises Garland was making would have woken the dead. Jurian and I found an injured man while we were doing our rounds. We brought him here. An injured man? Wait, what were you doing outside? It's almost 1 a.m. Nothing you need to worry about. Lady Parfait and Anise are attending to the man now. These people, will they just help anyone they find on the streets? What if this man is dangerous? What do you think, or do you think the witches got to him? It's possible. We'll have to find out when he wakes up. The next day, Parfait reveals that the man only suffered minor head injuries. She says she expects him to wake soon. I look at the tray of food in my hands. Anise has asked me to bring it up to the stranger's room while she finishes the rest of her cooking. I would never have been asked to do this in the palace. Goodness, what's that poor tray done to you to deserve that look? I must say that it's odd to see the princess doing something nice for someone. What do you want? I have something to ask the man that was brought in last night. Seeing as you're being good enough to deliver breakfast, I thought I'd just tag along with you. If you're going, just bring this tray up yourself. You are not in any position to delegate your duties to me, Miss Melody. Come on, our guest must be famished. Seeing no way out, I followed Delora to the spare room the man had been put in. Come in. Hi, Rumple. I thought the man would have been old, but to my surprise, he looks young, probably in his early 20s. He seems lost in reverie as he stares at a small notebook. Good evening. Good morning. Good to see you awake and breathing. The man looks up at her when she speaks. The instant he sees us, his eyes widen. Why is he staring at us like that? 'Cause he's a perv. Oh my goodness. Am I dead? What? I'm in heaven, or maybe you two are angels that have fallen out of it. I see. What can a humble gentleman like myself do for you, lovely ladies? Ah, you could join me on this bed. It's very comfortable, and there's plenty of room for the both of you. I'll follow your lead on this one, princess. Princess, of course. Such a beautiful lady could only be a princess. Look at the noble way you hold up the tray. I'm just gonna stay silent. Your wish is my command and my fate, my sweet princess. If you want, you can have him. I'll pass, thanks. Oh, he's awake! Another lovely lady has entered my chambers. I don't think my heart can handle the perfection of 3 of you at once. I think I know how Casanova here got those head injuries. Some lady decided she'd had enough of his rubbish and wanted to punish him. Delora, patience! He may not even be in the right state of mind right now. He did take injuries to the head after all. The man finally stops to look just at me. He narrows his eyes and stares so hard I almost want to slap him. What? You're familiar. But no, it's impossible. Aren't you the crown princess? What are you doing here? If he knows, then he's... Well, he's definitely not a witch or a fairy. It can only mean one thing if he recognizes the ice princess. What is your name, good sir? I would answer any questions you ask of me, madam, but... The man looks down at the notebook in his hand. I don't remember. Amnesia? I know everything about Angielle, and yet I don't know the first thing about myself. Except that I have the Rumpelstiltskin curse. Rumpelstiltskin? Is that a fairy tale? I knew it. He's got the fairy tale curse. Fairy tale curse? Do you remember how to break it? From what I remember, I need to somehow collect 3 memories and get them to appear in this journal as entries. He shows us the notebook he's been holding on to since we entered the room. My first memory was of waking up and holding this. I thought there would be information in here, but it's empty. Another victim of the curse! You must be tired. Melody will leave your breakfast here, and we'll give you some time to yourself. We'll be outside if you need anything else. Rumpelstiltskin. What is that fairy tale about? Delora does not do a good job of hiding her laughter. She snorts and I cross my arms, embarrassed. Mother burned the fairy tales in the palace before I got a chance to read them, or to read all of them. Fine, I'll keep it short. Once upon a time there was a girl that was said to be able to spin straw into gold. The king found her and locked her up in a tower. He said he wouldn't let her out until she turned all of the straw in the room into gold. But the girl was just a regular human girl. She knew she would never be able to turn the straw into gold, and feared that she would be locked up forever. That was when an odd little man appeared before her and offered to do the job for her if she gave him something in return. The girl gave him her necklace, and the man spent the rest of the night spinning the straw into gold. However, the girl wasn't released. The second night she was given more straw to spin, and the little man appeared once more. This time she gave him her ring. On the 3rd night the king ordered her to spin the straw one last time, and if she did, she would be released and made his queen. However, that night the girl had nothing left to give the little man, so they made an agreement. He would spin the straw into gold for her, so long as she gave him her first child. I personally never understood why the girl would want to marry the king in the first place. Hush, I'm trying to tell the story here. Years passed, and the queen finally gave birth to her first child. That night the odd little man returned and demanded his due, but the queen didn't want to give up her child. The man then said that he wouldn't take the child of the queen, or if the queen was able to guess his name in 3 days. The man's name was Rumpelstiltskin. Did she guess it? Oh, yes. But the night before her time was officially up, the queen was drawn to the forest by the sound of a little voice. She saw the little man celebrating his upcoming victory, singing about how nobody had or ever would guess his real name, which was Rumpelstiltskin. He does not sound particularly smart. So agrees the general populace. Sometimes I wonder how Hans was able to come up with such tall tales. Well, the margin is opening soon. I expect another busy day. Especially busy for you, Melody. You need to start coming up with good deeds. The Casanova was allowed to stay at the Marchen with the other boarders. Because he still seemed capable, Parfait set him to work as one of the Marchen's servers. Anis's protest that he remain in bed fell on deaf ears. Parfait couldn't very well throw him out, not well knowing that he had nowhere to go. I would be incapable of showing him such kindness given all of the nonsense he spouts at us. The people that frequent the Marchen began to steadily ignore me altogether, like I do not exist. It is better than the stares and the hateful looks. Rumpel, you aren't here to flirt. But this lovely lady is unattended. Sir Rumpel, please, you're making me blush. Because the man couldn't remember his name, he fashioned one from his own curse. Rumpel. I think it suits him. I will never understand Parfait. This amorous waste of space is about as useless as karma. I've returned! Speak of the devil. Did you miss me? Karma had left abruptly yesterday, saying that she had something very important to take care of. Waltz trails in after her now, carrying several boxes in his arms. Why am I carrying these? Because you made me run that errand for you at the toy shop the other day. And because gentlemen carry things for ladies. I'm going to drop them now. Those boxes contain very important contents. Welcome home, Miss Karma. Nice to see you've survived the trip, Waltz. Thank you, Anis. Uh-oh. So, this is our new housemate. We have not had the opportunity to meet. I am... We are all surprised when Rumpel suddenly reaches out to grab Karma's hand. My life before this moment has been depressing monochrome. Now that you have entered my bleak existence, I see everything in beautiful, blazing color. And nothing shines more brightly, more vividly than you. I am Rumpel, my sweet. Let us talk of marriage. I stare at Karma, waiting for her to flirt back. At the very least, I expected her to wave Rumpel away for being a fool. But she remains eerily silent. Answer, my angel, I beg of you. Keep? Say the word and it's done. Your filthy hands off of me! Ow! Not again. I would never be interested in the likes of you. Go on, lad, give him a good beating, like the one you gave to me. My queen, there is no need for violence. What did you call me? Please calm down, Rumpel is still recovering. What is going on? Karma is a man, doesn't take kindly to being flirted with. Or proposed to. She is a man? But your voice, your face, your breasts. Ow! That's what you're focusing on, pervert? I worship all aspects of the female form, but my particular favorite has always been... Ow! Do yourself a favor and shut up. I never would have known, but why would he do this? Don't look at me like that. I have my reasons. Is it because of your curse? Yes. I am undone. My heart is in pieces. You knew him for 10 minutes. For those that can hear the music of their heart like I, it takes only a look to fall madly, irretrievably in love. I must leave. My heart will need time to heal. The Martian attracts all sorts, doesn't it? That one is entirely Parfait's fault. All right, nothing to see here, back to work. I'm still in shock from what I learned earlier. Karma, a man! It is not fair that he is so beautiful as a woman. If the female population of Angiel knew the truth, Karma would be hunted down for making the rest of us pale in comparison. Anise, being good, I suppose, prepared a special lunch to welcome the new Martian boarders. We have all been invited to the private dining room. Excuse me, is Lady Parfait here? Prince Fraud! Perfect timing. Please join us for lunch. I only came to talk to you, Lady Parfait. But I'm hungry, and I've no wish to make you wait while I eat. Come join us. Please, Your Highness, I've made too much as usual. You must help us finish. Very well. A cursed prince and a princess and a cursed prince. What an eccentric collection of friends you have, Lady Parfait. I wouldn't say they were eccentric necessarily. You're the most eccentric one here, Rumple. Really now. I sit silently in my chair. I am uncomfortable around so many people. Even when Mother was alive, I had all my meals alone, since my parents were always too busy to sit down for meals with me. The meals with Ophelia and her children were always awkward and silent. Somehow the atmosphere here is lively and friendly, even though I barely know anyone here. Is something wrong? Excuse me. You've barely touched your food. Don't you like it? Dolores said this was one of your favorites. I'm just not used to eating with company, that's all. They say that sharing a meal brings the family closer together. Garland! I apologize. Closer together, huh? So, have you made any progress on how to do those good deeds, Princess? There is no way I am admitting that I do not even know how to complete one. Oh, I forgot. You're not so good on the doing good front. You are not very helpful. Why don't you ask someone to teach you how to do good? What? Well, that's not something you hear every day. As in, take some kind of lessons. If you're having so much trouble on your own, you should ask someone to give you some advice or teach you. It's as simple as that. What is this I hear? The princess needs advice. Well then, she is in luck. I happen to give the most excellent advice, and believe me when I say I could teach almost anything. The princess is indeed lucky, for I am available for teaching duties. No doubt I'd be the better choice, as I don't go about deceiving the world. Excuse me? From one-sided flirting to bitter enemies, and all in the span of a few hours. The man broke my heart. Anyway, I'd also be happy to help you in any way I can, Princess. And I'm sure your stepbrother would be happy to help as well. I don't think I would make the best teacher for this sort of thing. I only teach others how to fight. Never mind the fact that Jurian herself still struggles to be good. What? You're lucky, aren't you? So many people are willing to help you. Why? Why are you all willing to help me? That's what we do at the Margin. We help each other. Lesson number 1. Doing good means helping whenever one can. Just let any of us know if you want our help. Trust no one but yourself. You need not care for anyone but yourself. This is what Mother in the last few years have taught me. I have always been alone, and it's easier that way, and yet these strangers, these people that I've only known for a few days, are so willing to help me when they will gain nothing in return. Is this the goodness I was meant to see? Father? How can I even begin to trust and care for others when I have forgotten how to do so? I am slowly beginning to understand what I must do. Alright, so this is where, like, we actually get to pick now. But that is all the time that I have for this episode. We got to see, like, a different, part where we follow Waltz in the beginning. I don't remember if I actually did that in a different playthrough of this or not, but there you go. So, if you liked it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!